we're always searching for that next big idea,
Yeah.
that thing that'll help us understand ourselves and the universe just a little bit better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, this deep dive, it takes us right to the edge of that, to a fascinating concept called auto-illusion.
All right.
And trust me, this isn't just another passing meditation trend.
Okay.
We're joined by an expert who can guide us through the work of Jacobo Grinberg Zylberbaum.
Okay.
Now, he was a neuroscientist who dedicated his career to exploring this very idea of auto-illusion. And from what I understand, it's more than just self-awareness, wouldn't you say?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like perceiving the totality of yourself right here, right now, in this moment.
Exactly. Exactly. Grinberg Zylberbaum, he was really fascinated by consciousness,
Okay.
by how it shapes our reality. And for him, auto-illusion was this state of being where the observer, the person looking inward, and the observed, what they're seeing within themselves merge. They
Whoa.
become a single, unified experience.
So we're going beyond just acknowledging like, oh, I'm feeling this or I'm thinking that.
Right.
This is about like tapping into something much deeper.
Yeah.
A raw, unfiltered experience of our true nature almost.
Exactly, precisely. And to really grasp Grinberg Zilberbaum's approach, we've got to dig into his idea of the lattice of space-time.
Okay, the lattice.
Imagine the very fabric of reality, the structure everything emerges from, all matter, all energy.
Okay.
It even touches on concepts from quantum physics.
All right, I'm with you so far, but I have to admit, quantum physics always makes my head spin a little.
Sure, it can be a bit much.
How did Grinberg Zilberbaum connect those two worlds, consciousness and quantum physics?
Well, he saw the lattice, not as some abstract idea, but as something woven into our consciousness.
Really?
Our brains, with their amazing networks of neurons, are constantly organizing information,
Right.
creating what he called levels of algorithmization.
Levels of algorithmization. So are you saying our brains are always trying to create this complete unified picture of reality?
Exactly, that's it.
An auto-illusion, that's the key to unlocking that higher level of processing.
Precisely. Think of it like building something complex, a structure maybe.
Mhm.
Each level you add integrates more elements,
Okay.
creating a more complete, more intricate whole. And in our brains, each level of algorithmization brings us closer to a unified understanding of ourselves and the world.
Wow.
Auto-illusion, that's the peak, the highest point of that entire process.
So how do we reach that peak? I mean, Grinberg Zilberbaum developed specific meditation techniques to achieve this state of auto-illusion, right? Okay, so we've got these foundations in place, this lattice idea, the brain building these layers of, what was it again?
Levels of algorithmization.
Right, algorithmization, and this drive toward these unified experiences. But how do we tap into it? What did Grinberg Zilberbaum say about how to actually do that?
He said it starts with something, well, incredibly simple. Something you're doing right this second, actually.
Let me guess. We're going to manifest world peace.
Not quite. Breathing.
Breathing, that's it. Seems almost too easy.
It might sound deceptively basic, but remember, auto-illusion, it's about focused observation. And what better place to begin than with the most fundamental rhythm of life itself, right?
I guess so.
And this is where Anapana comes in.
Anapana. Okay, I like the sound of that. But how does focusing on my breath, how does that unlock anything deeper?
Grinberg Zilberbaum, he believed Anapana was like training wheels for our awareness.
Training wheels, interesting.
By paying attention to the breath, we're strengthening our attention, which is crucial for the deep observation that's at the heart of auto-illusion.
Yeah, so it's about building that mental muscle.
Exactly.
The ability to really focus without getting pulled away by every little thing. So once we've got that attention honed, thanks to Anapana, what's next on this auto-illusion path?
Next comes Vipassana.
Vipassana, okay.
This involves systematically observing your bodily sensations, really tuning in to what you're feeling physically.
So we go from one specific sensation, the breath, to like expanding that awareness outward to the whole body.
Exactly. Think about the last time you were stressed out, really anxious. Did you feel it in your chest? Maybe your shoulders tensed up?
Oh yeah, I definitely carry my stress in my shoulders.
Vipassana helps us become aware of those subtle physical cues so we can address the tension before it, spirals out of control.
Wow, that's fascinating. Like we're making a map of our own bodies, learning its language.
And as we become more attuned to our physical sensations, we start noticing the constant stream of thoughts, memories, emotions, all flowing through us.
Which, let's be real, that can be a pretty overwhelming torrent sometimes. How do you even begin to observe all that internal chatter without getting totally swept away by it?
That's where the real beauty of Grinberg-Zylberbaum's approach shines, I think. He said to observe these mental things, these thoughts and emotions, with that same detached curiosity we cultivated during Anapana and Vipassana.
So not trying to force anything.
No, no forcing. Imagine you're sitting by a river, watching the water flow by. You're not trying to stop the river, you're just observing its movements, its currents, its eddies.
I get it. So we're not trying to shut down our thoughts or bottle up our emotions, but to observe them without judgment, without getting tangled up in the stories they're telling.
Precisely. He even suggests we think of those thoughts, those emotions, almost like they're external objects,
External.
like they're separate from our core being. We learn that we are not our thoughts.
Interesting.
We are the observer of those thoughts.
Creating that space, that separation, it's like we're taking back control, choosing how we react instead of just being reactive.
Exactly. And as we get better at observing that inner world, we start to see patterns.
Patterns.
Yeah, in our thoughts and how we react and how we interact with everyone else.
And those patterns, connecting it back to Grinberg-Zylberbaum, those start to reveal the algorithms, the structures, not just within us, but within reality itself.
You got it. Grinberg-Zylberbaum, he believed that by mastering these techniques, we could tap into a deeper reality, what he called the real.
The real. Well, we've touched on that a bit, but what exactly did he mean by that? It seems like more than just like feeling peaceful or relaxed.
It is. He described the real as this unified reality that exists beneath our everyday experiences. It's not a separate place or anything, but a state of being, a direct experience of our connection with everything around us. Think about those moments when you feel totally present, like watching a sunset, or when a piece of music really moves you.
I know exactly what I mean. It's like the lines between you and everything else, they just disappear for a little bit, and you're experiencing everything as this one unified whole. Is that kind of what we're talking about?
You're right on the money. Those moments, those give us a glimpse of what auto-illusion can unlock. But imagine that feeling, amplified, expanded, woven into your everyday life. That was the potential Grinberg-Zylberbaum saw in this.
That's a powerful thought. But how do we go from these fleeting moments of connection to that level of awareness all the time, especially with how busy and chaotic life can be?
That's the exciting part. Grinberg-Zylberbaum always emphasized this. Auto-illusion isn't just for when you're on your meditation cushion.
Okay.
It's about bringing that same observation, that non-judgmental awareness, to every single part of your life.
So how would that look in practice? Can you give me an example?
Sure. Imagine you're stuck in traffic, you're running late, totally frustrating, right? We've all been there.
The worst.
Instead of letting that frustration take over, you just notice it.
Okay.
Observe the tension in your body, the thoughts running through your head. Acknowledge them, but don't judge them. Remember, you are not those feelings. You're the observer.
So we're not getting pulled around by those emotions. We're choosing a different way to respond.
Yes. It's not about pretending you don't feel them, but about creating space between you and those automatic reactions. That space, that pause, that's where the insights of auto-illusion come in, where you can choose a more conscious response.
Wow, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive, from the lattice of reality and these levels of algorithmization to Anapana, Vipassana, and this incredible state of auto-illusion.
We have. It's a fascinating topic.
It really is. If there's one thing I hope you take away from all this, it's this. You are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are the observer, and that's incredibly powerful.
Absolutely.
Grinberg-Zylberbaum believed that the observer, that's the ultimate reality. So where do we go from here? How does knowing this change how we live our lives, how we treat others, even just the small choices we make every day? It's something I'm going to be thinking about, and I hope you will too.
Sometimes the most important part of the journey is the searching, wouldn't you say?
I think you're right. You never know what you might discover along the way. And that wraps up our deep dive into the world of auto-illusion. If any of this resonated with you, head over to our social media and let us know what you're thinking. We always love hearing from you.